Alrighty. Heyo. Make sure the sound's working. Okay, it looks like we're doing good. Alright, cool. So we're starting up our VS battle. We got, it's not actually 30 seconds, it's 30 seconds until this day ends. But it's like you can't jump in until 5 minutes after. And since we're out of season 2, we've lost our like inter war zone teleports, which also means like you don't have to worry about somebody showing up. Um, like right in the in between time when you're not really supposed to be there. Let's see if I can still hold my spot for MVP for Thursday, and it looks like I'm gonna keep my position. So that's nice. Got that going on. Alrighty, so we got our fresh stamina that we're gonna pop. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got a little bit of time left. They're doing some stuff, likely doing some speed ups, doing their secret tasks, all that sorts of stuff. Every time I see that, and like they're getting points or whatever, I'm like, oh no, somebody's jumped over and we're already under attack. But nah, we're good, we're good. Cool. Alrighty, so let me scooch some of these windows around. I can close some of this stuff. Mm-mm. Yeah, so nothing to really do right until we can jump in. This time, like we've kind of been taking it super chill. Um, this week where because like if you watch the other stream that I just did a little bit ago, like but I say a little bit ago, like it's like a couple minutes. We did our Desert Storm, and I was explaining that like this week because we did 3 battles, like basically back to back to back, where it was the what did we do? It was the Rare Soil War. We had the last fight for that, followed by the VS um, enemy battle, and then followed by the free for all, not free for all, but the 4v4 Warzone end of season 2 duel. And it was like I was like I had there were so many troops I didn't have that I had to speed up like creating troops through that one. So I was like, for this week I'm just gonna take it super duper chill. Um, and like not really stress out about it. Like I'm like I need a week to just rebuild my dudes, and chill. So let's take a peek here. I'm just waiting for this timer to burn down. We got our stuff going. We've been working on starting to work down the what is this called? The tank mastery tree. So I'm starting on a couple of these nodes. I'm starting to boost up my air team as well. My air team is at 24.22 million, which it's not because I'm still getting the boost from my Air Force base. So like I'm gonna lose 15% of my power, which once the season is over, like officially, which sucks. But so is everybody else. So there's that. Um, but I'm still kind of like on the fence of like, do I want to start to pivot and like focus more primarily on my air team, or do I want to keep being a tank team dude? Because I tank team slaps. I'm always about that tank team. Having a good strong tank team has served me well for a really really long time. But I'm also like you got to start putting in new resources. But it's like I'm at least what is this 1,500 shards away from hero shards away from having a 5-star air team. So like that's a long time to not be at 5 stars, but at the very least everybody's getting their 4-star boost. So like there's that. So that's something. But I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do because like I as somebody who's like a low to mid spender, like you can't keep splitting the difference of like where you're putting your focus. And I think like it's much like trying to focus on 2 teams and making them both really strong and not trying to spend like I won't say a big money, but like a reasonable amount of money. I've like recently tried to cut back a little bit, just because I've had some other stuff going on, that like demands financial attention and is got to cut down on superfluous spending. Um, but I'm trying to cut back and that kind of thing. So like now it's not really like you kind of lose your ability to flex between having 2 strong teams. the less that you're willing to spend. So like if you're a low spender, like definitely just go all in on one team. My recommendation is probably go for the air team if you only have one good team. But I'm just very emotionally attached to my strong tank team because they've been popping off for so long. Um, but that's my own conundrum of like what do I want to do with that. So that's what we're thinking. But in like a couple seconds here, we're gonna see how well our tank team and our air team hold up. Oh, let me grab my BS points. And hopefully our enemy's been kicking our butt all week, but also we've been pulling our punches all week. So I have like no idea what's a good feel for like how strong they are, because like I haven't been pushing as hard as I usually do. So we'll find out in about 10 seconds whether we jump over and get obliterated or what the deal is. So we'll see. Alrighty, here we go. And hopefully they have just as many unshielded people as we do. Let's see. That guy's been hit already somehow. Booyah. We got a bunch of dudes over here. Let's jump in on them. I'm hoping that this isn't a trap. Oh, what? Lame. Rude McDude. Alright, I'm speeding though. Whatever, he's gonna go help. That's fine. I want my hit. How many we got? He doesn't have any dudes on the wall. That's fine. That's not wise. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna refresh my dudes. I'm gonna pop that one again. That dude is building troops. Like literally as we speak. How many did we hit on that last one? 0. Love to see it. Okay, we're gonna hit this guy, and then we're gonna jump south and hit that next dude right next to him. What's this guy's name? RJ Hotel. Send our air team over there. Ooh, that's a nice little bit. I'll do one more before we refresh. 6,000. Nice. We're getting close. Alright, let's bring him back. I think he's just got like 3 teams on the wall, because usually when you see 3,000, it's like they've got like a bunch of people out there. So, jumping over there, we're gonna refresh our dudes. I'm gonna scan this dude, but I suspect he's pretty strong because he's got the same kind of base flare that our leader has. Okay, I think we've milked that guy. Wait, what do you mean I can't change direction? Target location has changed. Interesting. He must have teleported and the game didn't update. Nice. Got him. Alright, I'm gonna see what's up with that, because that's gotta get fixed. Yeah, he teleported. Okay, that's what I thought. Wait, what? I don't want to heal all those at once. Okay, yeah, my dudes didn't get back. That's why it was like... I was real confused there for a sec. Nice, we got through, what, 4 teams right there? Ruh-roh, Raggy. I can beat that team when it gets back. I'm not concerned. Oh, you were so confident. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's interesting. Oh, multiple teams on the wall. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's see. Let's boost heal some of these dudes up. I think what I'm going to do is move a little bit. I think I emptied that guy. I can't remember. I'm going to go there. Let's do that. Alright, we're not seeing too much opposition, active opposition. he just scan me? I think he just scanned me. Let's see what's this team looking like. They got two strong teams. I'm not gonna waste my troops. I do need to save them. Somebody's scanning me. I'm not concerned. Yeah, he's just scanning me over and over. Like, I don't care. But I'm gonna zoom in my dudes over there. Yeah, they're not gonna get any data off of me. Let's see. I want to get that hotel dude. Yeah, he's got plenty of teams over there. Give me them troops. Okay, we got 6,000. I'll let Boss get the last hit if he wants it. Maybe not. Let's see. Anybody down here? There's one dude. He's got that. I think I finished this dude. I'll check this guy. You see? It doesn't tell me how many points he got, but I'm gonna go hit him because his allies are reinforcing him, and I want the kills. Let's go back. I know this might kill me, but it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, I figured it would, but that's 3 kills. Well, it's not free. I'm paying for it, but you know. Boom. Good job. Where was that dude? Alright, let me scan this guy. Which hopefully won't wake him up. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot over there. Let's see what we got. Nope, that's not what I want. Oh, okay. Let's jump in. Where we got? We got that dude. Boss is going for him. I'm gonna let him have that one. Let's peep this guy. And this guy. Hey, we got a hit on him. That's probably 4,000, I'm guessing. Yep, 4,000 something. Managed to beat both teams. Feels good, too. I won't beat all 3 of those teams. Hang on, let me heal some of these dudes, just so I don't overflow. If I need to, what I'll do is I'll... let's do 500. Uh-oh, we got somebody coming in. Is he shielded or not? Nah, he's not. I've seen this episode before. Nice try. Let's check up this dude. 31. Nah, he's pretty strong. I can't get through that first team. Let's see. Sora's doing good. That guy's under attack. Is anybody else who's not currently engaged? Let's peep this guy. He's got dudes returning. We're good. We're healing a very respectable amount of troops, and this dude's jumping in on me, so I'm gonna just leave. Oh wait, I can't. Let me jump back. Bro, I don't care. Teleport. It's not a not a focal point. Let's see. Okay, cool. We're still sitting pretty for troops. Let me see how I did in those last 2 battles. Oh, yeah, there was nobody there. I would have put up a decent defense. We're like roughly equivalent in power, but you don't want to just get hit for free. Like even though it, so one thing that bothers me is it says that you don't lose any troops, and then you go into here and it says you lose 400 troops. So I'm like, just why not tell me how many units are defeated? Just because they're not defeated in battle does not mean I'm not losing troops. So like that's super annoying. Just because it says like, oh, you didn't lose any troops, like it's 102% verifiably false. Let me get back over there. Where's my dude? He's over yonder. Alrighty, cool. How's Battle Day going for your Warzone? Or for your alliance? Oh, left. Where's that dude? Okay, cool. He's right up there. Sith Lord's already on him. Okay. I'm gonna scan that guy, and I'm gonna scan this guy. Did he leave truly, or is he just coming over to where I am? Nah, it looks like he left. And then there's just that guy who's just there for some reason. Oh yeah, that dude's pretty strong. I remember him from the season 2 battles. He's pretty tough. Where's okay, let me get him. Whoop. God dang it. Let's get out of here. That's gonna be probably like 2K troops right there, because he's real strong. He's real strong. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was gonna go get my ally out, and then somebody teleported right on top of him where there was a bomb, not a bomb, a landmine or whatever. So what I'll do is I'm gonna hang out here. It looks like pretty much everybody's shielded, so my next thing to do is gonna be to jump in and just kind of start attacking people in any random base or any random alliance or whatever, just to grab some extra points because it's fun. But it looks like how we doing. We got 14 million points, which is twice over what we need to get all of our boxes, which is always good. We are number 5. Nice. Hey, nice job. Boss is a little bit ahead of us by about 300,000 points. Good job. So let's boom, heal up a little bit, and then we'll jump back out there. Let me do a quick troop assessment and see where we're at. Put my own fire out. Heal up. Where are we at? We're at 9,000 troops. Whoops, come on. Let's hit every wrong button under the sun. I think I'm blocking anybody. No, stop it. Anybody from teleporting here? Yeah, it looks like it. Which is convenient for me. Alright. Let's grab this. Looks like our allies need some help. Maybe? Or that's just where he is. It's just that guy. I don't see anybody else who's unshielded, so okay. I'm gonna keep healing troops just to get my my hospital free. I don't wanna get hit like a couple of times or whatever and lose a bunch of troops for like no reason. So let me check. Yeah, the only troop I have on my wall is my first squad. So let's take a look. Not season 2. Yes. Let's go look at some other. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm gonna just jump in on it. He must not have a dude on the wall. Yeah. I was like, he must not have a team on the wall because he just went in without really caring. And yeah, we got some resources. Defeated a couple dudes in his drill grounds. Yeah, they need to fix this. Like, just say how many dudes you killed. Like, that's how you keep it simple. Let's see. I don't see any enemies, any adversaries in our base. Let me check the time. I think we have like a minute and some change. 15 seconds before we can jump in again. That's good. We're healing troops. That's going fine. Okay. Alright, and then we'll see who else we can jump in on. Let's see how our adversaries are doing. He's got some people here. I don't remember how strong Trash Panda is. Let me see. Going in. I'm willing to bet that he's got some reinforcements. I'm gonna keep my dudes here and see what happens. Maybe. Nope. I got to... I'm gonna jump right back over and just put two teams up on the wall. Let me see, how strong were their teams? 29, 26, 29. Maybe I won't jump back over. I was hoping it was a little bit closer together, but if I'm gonna jump and start to attack some folks, let's see. Nah, they're already burning. Alright, I need to grab my Secretary of Interior buff. Okay, they're all shielded. I don't see anybody who isn't shielded over here. Let's see. Oh, this team's real small. Oh, yo, these are the dudes that we battled a while back. Yeah, they're solid. They're really great. They're also very strong. Nobody over here. Alright, I got 5 minutes to use that buff before it runs out. I'm gonna keep looking while I have the opportunity to do so. These guys are looking pretty burned. I'll jump in and see if there's any points to be had here, but I don't think so. I'm willing to bet like anybody who's had points is probably cleaned out. Don't see anybody there. Whoa. Nothing. Okay. Another alliance. Okay. Oh, hey, it's that guy. What's up, bud? I got clicked my own base. Yes, sir. That's not fun. It is gonna alert them to my presence though, so it is what it is. Let's check this area. Ooh, we got some. They're kind of dusted. All right, let's get out of here. We'll go defend our allies. Yes, sir. All right, cool. Let's grab our thing. And do I have a frost mine left? I don't. That's okay. Where is so forward? Okay, right there. Oops. I saw an attack marker. Where? Ah, right there. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Cool. Oh, right. We're still on fire. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see where we're at. We spent about, I think, about 7,000 troops in that attack. Where did we get up to? We got up to 15 million points. We are number 4 for today so far. You know the plan. The plan is, if you're still around in 4 hours, depending on what time zone you are, that might be more or less feasible. Hold up, let me check my temperature. The temperature's going. Okay, cool. We can regenerate those. And do I have my rapid production? Okay, we already spent it. That's okay. That's going. That's okay. And we should have a couple more seconds left of the thing. So I'm going to ask for some heat before we collect our resources. Uh-oh, something's happening. I might have to jump. See ya. Oh, wait. I forgot I'm reinforcing. Oh, I beat him. Whatever. I'm going to jump in. Hey, we got a hit on him. Good. I'm glad I had troops on my base because I reflexively I was like, uh-oh, I gotta get out of here. But we actually handled it pretty fine. Good stuff. I still do need that heat though. But I'm just gonna go ahead and collect because I think my 5 minutes are just about up. Bro. There we go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yes, if you're wondering why I'm keeping my high heat furnace on and in overdrive, so the reason is if you checked out my stuff that I had been ignoring for a length of time video about like season 2 mechanics, is that you, in addition to getting a really big boost to your resource output production so that you can collect resources faster, like you also heal troops faster by being warm, and you get a morale boost by being over 40 degrees Celsius. So because I don't really have any more builds to do, basically what I'm doing is I just keep my high heat furnace on because I have, wait, somebody be under attack? I saw the little attack marker. Maybe they're out in someplace else. Ah, I'm not fast enough. Okay, hold up. Mm, okay, maybe they stopped. Wait, we're doing the alliance exercise? Okay. Well, I guess yeah, most people are shielded except for like me and like a couple of other people. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So why do I keep my furnace in overdrive? In addition to getting some nice boost to how quickly you generate resources, that's a plus 100% boost to your base speed. Just a heads up. But you also do get a 5% increase to morale, which helps you in those really close matchups where it's you against somebody else, and they've got two teams on the wall, and you're like, can my first team beat their two teams? Um, and it's nice when the answer is yes. Like, even if you can get close, like, I think it's still worth it because it's like 2,000 of your troops for 4,000 of theirs, and like you get when you look at the breakdown of your points, like you get more troops for killing your rivals troops than you do for when you lose troops. So like, when you lose troops, you get like a little paltry sum of points. That's not a big deal. When you beat somebody else's troops who's just like a rando, you also get like a paltry sum. But when your rival loses troops, like it's 110% worth it, which is why you can get all 9 of your boxes really fast. Um, so when you have like those matchups where you're beating their first team and almost beating their second team, like the 5% morale boost does help out, like a nice little bit. Is it something I notice? No, because it's really hard for me to perceive how impactful morale is or isn't, without looking at like the data sheet that tells you like, oh, your units did this much more damage or whatever. Let's see if we can find something like that. So like, I'm attacking this dude. He's taken, however much. Let me look at the stats. Yeah, I defeated 400 of his troops that just outright died. That's always nice. Where is the troop morale? I think it's army. Let me see. Yep, we're about lined up in terms of drone. His skill chips are a little bit nicer than mine. Looks like he's got like one more boost, or maybe not. I don't know. It looks pretty much the same, but I have more. I have one more chip star than he does. Drone wise, drone components. I take the cake there. Let me see. What am I looking for? Yeah, here we go. So my morale is 1.02 times that of red. So I get like I get 2% more damage. So it was that little like that 5% helped. I don't know if I don't know if I got the 5% at that time because I don't know how warm I was. Because when your base gets dusted and you get teleported, you lose all your heat and you return to the temperature of whatever area that you get bumped to. So just something to be aware of. But let's grab that. Alliance exercise is gonna start. I'm not sure what the strat is here because I want to sit down. Am I just being scouted? I don't care if I'm being scouted. I want to sit here and just kind of chill until my what's it called? My war fever goes away. But like yeah. Oh wait. So as long as we don't start it yet, I'm gonna express that in chat. So yeah, I got scanned. I expect to see like a somebody's troops coming in from nowhere or whatever. Let's see, we got some. Oh, nice. We got some homies coming to protect us. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm expecting to see somebody jump in on me or whatever, or send their troops to a gathering spot that just so happens to pass over my base. But we'll see. Basically, I'm just going to chill. We got enough points, and the downside is like somebody already jumped in on all like the small groups and stuff, so not a lot of points to be had there, which is unfortunate. If you're quick, you can sometimes go and like grab points from some of the smaller groups, and hit them up for some points. But like remember what like if you're if you're new to the Alliance Duel, or you're just like not that familiar with it. Like the amount of points you get for fighting your rival is vastly outpaced. Um, or rather, I misspoke. Vastly outpaces what you get for doing anything else. Not anything else. Like doing your trucks and your secrets gets you a bonkers amounts of points for sure. But like relative to fighting and dying and whatever, like fighting your rival is the best way for you to get troops on your battle day. So try to prioritize that, and then second, go around and then sprinkle some attacks along all the other enemies and stuff like that. Simply because uh, for other people on your server, especially like if you're in season one or before season one, when you're doing like capital duels like every week or whatever, um, getting your hold on, I lost my train of thought. Season one, we're doing capital duel every week. Taking away points that other people can get, even if they don't benefit you a whole bunch, benefits you a lot. Because it's like it's not just about like making sure that you have more than them, but it's making sure that they can't catch up once you have that. So totally legitimate strategy to just go around and sprinkle damage on everybody. There's one group in our alliance cluster or whatever, not alliance cluster, sorry, our warzone cluster. So like the collection of war zones that's numerically above and below ours that like makes up like your group. I think we're group 32. Um, which I don't really know where to find that other than that in the transfer surge, like somewhere, yeah, here, like the transfer Warzone group is 32, so like this collection of servers. But there's somebody in our collection of like battle servers or some group or whatever that like during the season they just jump around onto any alliance, and just jump on them to attack them. So like it's a totally legit strat of like, especially if you find like another level 30 or level 29, level 27, whatever, they're likely building troops. So even if they're not T10s, like they're still worth taking, especially if like you grossly beat them in power, because then you can do it without worry of loss. And it's like, you might lose 10 troops or 50 troops to their 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, etc. So just some thoughts while we wait for our timer to burn down. But yeah, while we have like a little lull, if you're watching and you're in the comments or you're in the crowd or whatever, feel free to drop something into the comments, say hello or whatever, or if you have any questions, now's a great time to go through. It's probably actually not a great time because I probably at least kind of pay attention, but it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Let me see. All right, tasks. And aside, I always wait for the following morning to do my tasks because everybody's hunting tasks right now. So if you wait a little bit for people to kind of chill out, your task won't get immediately pounced upon. Pro tip. Let me see. Hot deals. What do we got? Oh yeah, sick. Um, yeah, I'm hitting a little bit of the what do you call this? The decorate your dreams. One, because I really like it, and two, because it's really useful to get some of your statues and stuff up to stage 3. For a lot of ones, for statues that have, I'm gonna scooch my screen over just a little bit so I can see and peruse. Yeah. Or maybe I can't do both at the same time. Okay, yeah, I can't. Whatever. Um, but no, it was deals. But yeah, for statues that have multiple abilities, you usually get them at stage 3. So like stage 3 is like the target for a lot of stuff. If you're like gonna, you know, put any effort towards it, like stage 3 is where you want to get, because like that's when you, for example, with the colorful Christmas tree, is when you get your crit extra crit damage, and like it's doable, but I don't think it's worth it for most people to go beyond stage 3, because like it's tremendously more resources to go from stage 3 to stage 4 with only a slight value increase of, the percentage damage is like the bigger powerhouse between these two. Like an extra 1,000 hero attack isn't particularly big. But yeah, if you're working on decorations, like get to level 3, and like that's where your aspirations can stop. For the ones that you get for free, like out of your blue boxes and your purple boxes, like just keep opening them. This is easy. But for me, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But for me, for this one, I am probably only gonna do, if I continue to spin on this one, because I just kind of wanted to do one just to kind of get my little box here and then see whatever I get, because I don't think I had any of the colorful Christmas tree decorations. So the more decorations that you have access to, the more that you can, when you accumulate your universal decor components, that you can spend into those to try to just boost them up and start to walk your way gently to level 3. Merrily, 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 merrily. But yeah, if I do anything, I'm only gonna do these like 500 token boxes or whatever, and like that'll get me to it won't get me to here because I don't have enough time, and I'm not gonna keep doing it. But if I get some extra little stuff, that'll be the one that I get, and just kind of do that. I want to go for the big box here, but I also don't want to spend $20 on it, so I won't. I guess they're not gonna jump in anymore. I was kind of hoping at least like one more person would jump in or something and make it a little bit interesting. Because what I would do is defend, but I wouldn't engage on purpose. Not on purpose, but I wouldn't actively engage, because then that'll reset my thing. So if like they want to bounce off of me and give me some extra kills, like I would go for that. Excuse me. Um, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So the next best thing is, if you're still around 4 hours after reset, whatever that means for your time zone, the people who have the best shield buffs, which most people are going to want to have, their shields are gonna go down, and if they have not put on another shield by then they're gonna start. Then like you have an opportunity to jump in and get some extra kills on them. Hopefully. Ooh, there's a guy right there who doesn't have his shield up. Hmm. Tempting. I only got like 2 minutes left on my War Fever thing, and I said I would help, so I will hold to that, because otherwise it's another 15 minutes, and Yeah, that's an investment that we don't really need. But yeah, that's basically what's going down. So I'll try to see if I do want to do the whole 4 hour thing. I might not be up just because I'm tired. Is that somebody leaving or going or coming? I don't know. Just because I'm kind of tired, so I probably won't be up. But the strat's gonna be, throw up a 24-hour shield, which I'll actually make sure I have. Well, where's he? Oh, he's well, really? You're doing a long range strike all the way from over there. I don't even know why. Um, but yeah, where was I? You can do the 4 hour thing, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait until the shields start to come down. Because what a lot of people will do is if they don't pay attention, they'll pop their shield before, or if they don't have time, if they're not around at reset, they'll pop their 24-hour shield before um what's it called before reset. And so that means that like if you wait the full day, their shields will start coming down right before the event ends, which is what you want. And then you can jump on those folks and grab some extra points beforehand. In our battle against PEW, we had a few folks on our team who would pop their shields a little bit early and start to come down like in the within the last minute of the event. And like that was something that nearly lost us the week, was just because some folks shields were coming down, and you're trying to reinforce them from across your hive, and there's just not enough time. So when that happened for us, what I did was I literally just like started working on construction in my base, and I'm just blasting through speed ups for days at a time, trying to make up the difference of points. And it ended up being a matter of, oh cool, we're done. It ended up being like literally a matter of like a couple 100,000 points. That was the difference between us winning and losing. So it does matter. Like when you like putting on your shield right before reset versus putting it on right after is a big difference. And it does help your alliance, secure the win, or it can be the thing that lets you get the advantage on your opponent. But I'm gonna pop a 24-hour shield, and because I'm well after reset, I'll be safe all day, even if I don't jump back on. But I'm gonna try to jump back on and score some more points just because it's fun. But with that, I think we're gonna start the our alliance exercise. I think just about everybody in our hive is bubbled. So I think with that, that'll bring our live stream to a close. If you've been watching, super glad to have you here. Thanks for popping in to check out the video. I always enjoy like talking through the strategy and the battle and tactics and all that sorts of stuff, and just helping people through. So yeah, thanks for checking us out. If you want to, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't, like, don't feel pressured to. But if you want to, it does help out the channel a whole bunch, and I do really appreciate it. But I don't like to mandate what people do or whatever. Small time streamers, strong time YouTubers, whatever. But yeah, if you want to, I also have like a whole bunch of other tutorials and videos and stuff of like how to cheese the game in different ways, or how to get a little bit more power in this way, or do get the most out of your team by just putting them in the right places on your in your lineup and all that sorts of stuff. Feel free to check out any of that stuff. Feel free to check out any of the other live streams where I talk through and like work out like what's the strat from moment to moment. But yeah, thanks for watching.